The Senate Blue Ribbon Committee has started its inquiry into alleged anomalies in flood control projects. Some of those invited were a no-show. Hannah T is there. Hannah, what's the meat of the hearing so far?
My subpoenas now loom over contractors who skipped today's Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing on flood control projects. That includes Sara Diskaya, who owns or whose family owns top 2 of 15 firms in flood control deals. Of the 15 firms identified by President Bongbong Marcos as having cornered 100 billion worth of projects since 2022, 11 responded to the Senate's summons. 7 were represented during the hearing, with only a few presidents personally showing up. Senate Blue Ribbon Chair Rodante Marcoleta opened the hearing with a warning. Enough is enough. Public funds are wasted over questionable projects while Filipinos lose homes and lives to floods. No one will be spared and no stone left unturned. More than 500 billion was spent on flood control since July 2022. Divide the flood control funds by the number of days, that's more than 1 billion pesos a day. And out of that amount, 100 billion went to 15 contractors. Around 350 billion worth of projects or more than 6,000 contracts defy even basic description. PBBM earlier flagged the effects of a flood control structure in Bulacan, sit piles left hanging instead of driven deep, beams unconnected and critical materials missing. The project was handled by St. Timothy Construction, a well-known firm owned by the Diskayas. Marcoleta says the inquiry is neither for grandstanding or politics, but a drive to uncover systemic fraud that turns flood control into a failure of structure itself.
Hannah, are there any contractors who attended today's hearing, and specifically yung mga firms, meron bang dumalo na allegedly may connections sa mga politiko?
Unahin muna natin itong isa sa mga present na firm na allegedly ay natay dito kay Senate President Jesus Escudero. Well, not allegedly because he himself said na itong owner ng Centerways Construction and Development Incorporated, which is represented by a legal counsel today, ay SP Jesus Escudero's top 2022 campaign donor, contributing 30 million pesos, which Escudero again publicly confirmed while denying any role in the firm's projects. At ang iba pang mga dumalo sa hearing na kasama dun sa top 15 contractors ay ang Legacy Construction Corporation, ang QM Builders, EGB Construction Corporation, and 888 Construction and Supply Incorporated.
All right, Hannah, let's go back to Sara Diskaya. Does she have any excuse letter for not attending today's hearing? And I understand she was also a no-show yesterday in a press conference.
That's right, wala siyang excuse letter at hindi rin siya dumalo doon sa isang press conference yesterday kung saan dapat kasama niya yung ilang members of PDP laban. So today, she was supposed to represent Alpha and Omega na kasama nga dun sa top 15 at itong isa pang kumpanya na St. Timothy Construction Corporation, may ibang manager na nakapangalan doon who is Roma Angeline Rimando. Hindi rin dumalo at sinabi na she is still suffering from grief daw due to untimely demise of foster mother parents. So itong dalawa na representatives, itong si Sara Diskaya and also si Rimando, ay inaasahan nating mapapadalhan ng subpoena para dumalo sa susunod na pagdinig. And sabi nga ni Senator Win Gatchalian kanina, kailangan yung mga owner mismo ang dumalo dahil mas maganda na ma-represent mismo nila yung kumpanya because in previous hearings daw kasi hindi helpful or hindi masyadong maganda yung discussion kapag representative lang ng firms or companies. Back to you, Mai.
All right, thank you, Hannah, for the update. Hannah T there reporting live from the Senate.